everybody loves to have a meal prepared for them, so having those, already cooked foods is kind of a nice benefit to our families. And so we hope to do more with that. We hope to expand that into restaurants and maybe hotels and different places around the community, and hopefully share, have enough eventually to share throughout the county with the different pantries. So that's kind of what I'm hoping. There's a few people that might come in and say, do we really have hungry people in Pullman or Whitman County? And I probably was that same way before I started working here. I didn't think we had homeless in Whitman County. I didn't think we had hungry people. We're in the middle of farmland, so you wouldn't think that would be. But the Pullman community, anything that we endeavor to do, they totally get behind us and support us. Last year, we received 103,000 pounds of food donated to the food bank.
This was just from Sunday. Or Monday. No, yeah, Sunday. Nope. First or second? Get your paperwork. Look at that.
Right here.
Really?
Got your way. I can write them in this, or you can write whatever. Just take off and
Oh, okay. You got the weights. I was gonna say you would have jotted down on that.
Oh,
Didn't wait one to.
okay. All right.
Thanks.
I did that. Oh, sorry.
Different in different form, but same thing.
Yeah, no.
Pull on this handle, bud. It's already through.
What's really bad is when you have
Nutritious food is not readily available due to availability, accessibility, and limited places to shop and affordability. We do have a food desert here in Pullman. It's in the northern part of Pullman where access to fresh food is not readily available. So you have to have a car or you have to walk. Thank you.
You have a lot of families that are on fixed incomes, so it always makes it hard to make sure that you have enough food for the entire month. We're seeing a lot more seniors that are coming in now that we have the choice model, because previously when we were just giving a box of food, you know, they didn't want another bag of rice or another bag of pasta. They just don't eat that. But now that they can choose and only take what they need, I think they feel like, you know, they can get what they need. And in turn, the exciting thing is that those seniors have been giving back to us tenfold what they take. We have them coming in and gardening and helping around the agency, and so having the seniors feeling like they're getting something from us, they always give back, which is really cool. The other population that we see are those families that are working, but there's just too much month at the end of the money, and you know, kids' lunches, and you know, especially in the summertime when you're trying to you know, feed your kids 3 meals when maybe they, you know, ate a couple meals at school during the day. You know, it takes a lot more groceries to make that happen. And so we've had a lot of working moms that have come in, and you know, just to get some food to get them till the end of the month when, you know, they can start over. And one mom said that she went home and her little boy thanked her for going to the grocery store, because the food that we're giving is no different than what they would buy in the store.
So students will check in here at the front desk asking for the food pantry. This location is where we give them the sheet where they will just put their ID number. And then after that, we will lead them down to the food pantry. We take students in here. And then we show them where things are. So we have the food over here, there's some more food over here. And then if they need any toiletries, they can grab them from here as well. We also, something that I forgot to mention, we also have a clothing bank, professional clothing bank. So if students are in need of clothing for, let's say, an interview, or they're going to a career fair and they don't have anything that is professionally acceptable, then we allow them to, or they can pick whatever they need here. And they don't need to return it, so it's just theirs once they take it. And we also have that resource available for them too. And then once we tell them where everything is at, then we let them be by themselves, and just tell them to collect or drop off the sheet that they took initially, and they're off on their way. When I started working for the College Assistance Migrant Program, I learned that this office, this suite, had a food pantry. And so I started promoting it, and I saw a lot of students coming in after that. And so after that initial learning about the food pantry, then I started to think about poverty itself. And that led into the food insecurity project that I'm conducting along with other team members from the institution, from WSU. And I think poverty at WSU is a latent issue, like it's there. And we don't know the extent to which that affects our students. We know that it's a problem, but we don't know what kind of problem or how big is it. But it's one of those things that sometimes we don't think about. We think that our students might need academic assistance, but there's other issues like poverty that are also affecting their academics. And so I think we oftentimes we don't think about it as much as we should. And so that's why I'm really happy that programs like or offices like the CCE and offices like this one are doing something about it. And of course, providing food assistance to our students is not going to solve their poverty I think that's just one of the minor things. There's a lot more other issues that affect students that are in poverty, but I think providing a little bit of food assistance does help a little bit. I would also think that poverty is, there is various definitions about what poverty means, right? By institutions, by the government, etc. But I think poverty is very personal, very self-defined, and so there's a lot of factors that go into poverty, and I think it's just a matter of seeing where the need is and then talking to those students and see how they define poverty and how is it that those particular factors in poverty are affecting them as students.
Yeah.